In the notion of fair and balanced, we want to talk to somebody from the DNC. Her name is Finney. She's coming up live on, what room is she on? She is on room 233. Karen, you just heard what Senator Danforth said. Your response to that?
Yeah. Well, I have here a copy of the letter, actually, that David Plouffe sent to Senator Danforth and Senator Rudman.
Well, he says he never got it.
I'd be happy to fax him another copy.
We're going to take it at face value.
But I have a copy of it right here. I think there's a couple really important points that we need to make here. Number one, let's be clear. Neither the Obama campaign nor the DNC has used ACORN or any outside groups for our voter registration efforts. We've seen unprecedented numbers of voters getting involved in this election. And let's try to remember, that's actually a good thing. But number two, we absolutely agree that any instance of voter fraud or voter intimidation or voter suppression, as David talked about in his letter, that absolutely should be investigated.
But Karen, the Obama campaign did in fact donate $800,000.
GOP was going to try to tell people.
It's actually a dialogue instead of a monologue. If we could just jump in here. The Obama campaign did actually donate $800,000 to an offshoot of ACORN. True?
Well, that was in the primary. During the general election, we have not used any outside groups for our voter registration. But again, here's just, I think what's important here is we agree. This is an issue where we absolutely agree that any instance of voter suppression, voter intimidation, voter fraud should be investigated. But here's one thing, the McCain campaign
but not
really can't have it both ways.
It seems to me, Karen, that you don't really want to have a team effort here. You don't want to sit down with Senator Danforth and Republicans and work this out. It seems like you want to do yours and then they want to do theirs, and you want to keep the two separate.
You know, Trace, that's actually not true. I've been at the DNC about 4 years, and Governor Dean has reached out to Chairman Duncan, and before that, Chairman Mellman. Immediately after 2004, and then before 2006, we said we'd love to sit down and talk with them. But there's one point I really want to make. I have a picture here of John McCain at an ACORN event in March of 2006. We don't think it's appropriate for the McCain campaign to try to have it both ways. If they're going to, single out ACORN, and yet Senator McCain had once praised ACORN, we just think they can't have it both ways. And
Karen?
we absolutely agree. Voter suppression, voter intimidation, and any attempt to create chaos, that's a bad thing. And we want to make sure that every voter has the opportunity to vote on election day and make sure that that vote is counted.
Karen, thank you. On the way down here, Martha, I actually walked under a ladder. Maybe that was bad luck to begin with. It was a construction ladder. So maybe that's it. And I got a strong feeling here that John McCain, his campaign is